Good morning and Barakah de Salah to all Muslim faithfuls out there. You're watching Dawn on VOS TV, and this is our newspaper review segment where we get to talk about top stories on the front pages of our newspapers. And my name is Blessing Raji, and I also have with me in the studio today Nosakari Sydney. Good morning. You're looking good.
Thank you.
I'm fine. All right. We'll be starting off this morning with Tribune newspaper and also the Vanguard newspaper. And over to you, Nosakari.
Good morning, viewers. On the Tribune newspaper this morning, we have the bold headline here that says, CSO's lawyer PDP vow to reject amended clause in e-transmission of election results. I think that one is coming as a result of the amendment, e-transmission amendment stuff that came up within last week.
Yeah.
I think it was a rowdy session at the Senate within the said week.
Okay.
The federal government post, Constitution does not prescribe Christian-Muslim balance. I think Presidency is replying Reverend Kaku on this one, that Constitution does not prescribe Christian-Muslim balance in the country. Then still on the Tribune, we have this one that says road accidents claims 16 in Oshun. Still on that, still on the Tribune, on page 27 of it, we have one died as 40-feet container crushed two vehicles on Utedola Bridge.
Wow, that's a sad one.
That's a sad one there. Then still on a sad note, bandits killed 13 policemen, 2 others in Zamfara.
Wow.
And that one is still part of the insecurity we'll be talking about.
Yeah.
Then still on, I think on page 29 of the Tribune, we have alleged assaults. CCT chairman, Sue Senate, Lawan, AGF, and others. And there's this other one here that really caught my attention. It says it's wrong to appoint non-degree holders into University Governing Council, as we is telling FG.
The federal government.
Yeah, they are telling them that it's wrong for you to appoint non-degree holders into Governing Council. What do you have to say concerning that?
I would agree with them. Yes, because it's really wrong for you to just appoint people that are not even...
Yeah, it's like you are using a square peg in a round hole.
That is still what we are facing in our society. People that are not supposed to be in a particular position are in that position where you have others out there that can actually fit in to that position. So I think
somebody
yes.
that, I mean, once in his life never visited the 4 walls of the university. You are asking him to be part of those that will be the administrator of the university. It's as if you are, I mean, it's a misplaced priority.
We've seen cases whereby people that didn't even go to school obtain their certificates, they have their certificates, and at the end of the day, those people get good jobs. And you see people that work themselves out in the university day in, day out, burn candles, TDB, and everything just to obtain this certificate. And at the end of the day, you see graduates roaming about the streets without jobs.
What I'm saying here is as if the government is trying to compensate this person, maybe for 1 or 2 reasons, political or otherwise. Because you can't just ask somebody that knows nothing about the university setting to come and start making decision on how the university will be run. At the end of the day, you have nothing to offer. That's what it means. You have nothing to offer. So for us to come up with that you don't really need to appoint somebody without the knowledge of how to run a university or what it involves to run a university to be part of the governing council. I think it's the right.
Yeah, it's a welcome idea. Okay, I think we're going to talk about that better in our next segment. Okay, so let me take stories from Nation newspapers. The front page here says pensioners urge governors to implement consequential adjustment. Pensioners urges governors to implement consequential adjustment. And right below that, we also have Lagos partners multinationals on affordable housing. And below that, federal government adopts satellite to improve safety. They adopt satellite to improve safety. And also on insecurity, they said IG orders tight security ahead of Idil Kabir celebration. Then below that, new members returning executives free to contest, says APC. Then we also have the audit report saying that they should wait for NDDC's forensic reports before they can take any decision. Yes. So this story reads, bandits adopt 7, kills 1 in Birnin Gwari, that's in Kaduna State. Yes. That's also a sad one. Also have controversy over Air Force jets in Kaduna. Then still stories on this Nation newspaper. Roll over Buhari's cash for Katsina Ranch. Then right below that, veteran actor Kanayo Kanayo sprays Obi Kubana at mom's burial. Don't do more than yourself. If you know that you can't afford ram, though according to the Quran, that is where they get their ladder from. You ought to kill it. But if you don't have the money to buy it, you kill what you can buy.
The point is this: it's not that these persons can't afford this ram, but due to the fact that the economy is biting hard on everybody, and you know the price of ram presently is between 200 to 250,000 naira.
Yeah.
So some persons felt that if I'm able to get this ram, at least maybe I will see somebody that can give me 100 to 150 for this ram, so he can settle one or two.
It's still the same thing. You mustn't go extra mile to do what you know you can't do.
That's it.
So that's just it. And still about this insecurity, about the tightening security here, the state command of the Federal Road Safety Corps also said that it has deployed 800 regular and 250 special marshals for the celebration. And also the Kaduna State Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, that's the NSCDC, said it has also deployed 2,500 personnel to boost security during this celebration. I think it's a welcome one.
It's a good one.
Yes.
A good one.
So with all these developments,
those traveling can travel with ease, and
I would still say do what you know that after the celebration you not start biting your fingers, because you don't need to do, if you are impressing.
We just have to celebrate with caution.
Yes, we should celebrate with caution and also
to be moderate.
Yes.
And if you feel that traveling to your homeland or your hometown will not be convenient for you, please remain where you are for security reasons. We know that these unknown gunmen or whatever they call them, they have their strategy. While the government is having plan A, they also come up with their own
plan B. Yes.
So you just have to celebrate with caution.
Yes. So while celebrating as well, let's ensure that we should be alert. Yes, because you don't know what will happen out there. And I think this is the best way for us to wrap up the show on our newspaper review segment today. Coming up next is another exciting episode where we'll be talking about burning issues in our society. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Thanks for joining us on this very second segment of the show. Like I said earlier, on this segment, we'll be discussing about burning issues in our society. The recent clamor for infrastructure has not been this loud, especially in recent times. But many will say that as much as we are pushing for infrastructural and also the upgrade, we should also push for the rebirth of a nation. So when we're talking about rebirth of a nation, we should also not forget about our moral values. It's unfortunate that youth nowadays don't give importance to moral values, as lies, deceit, and all sorts has been the order of the day. And this brings us to our focus today: degradation of moral values in Nigeria. And I also have with me in the studio Nosakari Sydney, and together we'll be doing all of this.
Thank you.
Okay, about the degradation of moral values, you agree with me that moral values in Nigeria has really declined?
Yeah.
So what comes to your mind when you hear that lies, deceit, and people do things in another way just to get things right? They don't really want to do it in the right way anymore. They feel that so long you are doing this, and that is all. And you see that people that are actually saying the truth, people that are actually honest, and people that does things right, they end up being sidelined. Yes, they tell them that, you, what are you doing? You, what are you saying? Why don't you follow the trend? And it's often said that if you can't beat them, you join them. So what often comes to your mind, and how did we even get here?
It's unfortunate we find ourselves in a situation whereby people sees immorality to become morals,
yes,
and morals become immorality, as the case may be. And then we'll discover that with time, gradually we'll be trying to experiment one or two Western culture, their way of life. Has been one of the factors that brought us to where we are today. I think, like this morning, I also heard when they were saying some African countries, they put a ban to mini skirts and trousers, and they should stop wearing it. I think Namibia did same some years back, and the women there protested, and at the end, they won the debates.
Yes.
And yesterday, Zimbabwe is coming up with the same ideology that women should stop putting on trousers or short skirts.
Anything.
No matter where they are taking them to, that this is not part of their culture, it's not part of their system. Yeah. So you see that as we tend to approach civilization, as we tend to approach some certain exposure, it's affecting our values. It's affecting our values daily.
Yes.
At the end of, I will tell you, the outcome in most cases are not welcome.
Yes, let's take for instance the story we read on Tribune this morning, that they take the students that didn't even attend the university, and they carry them and place them in positions that they are not fit to operate in. And that is still part of what we're saying. Our moral values in the country is gradually declining.
That's it.
Because how would you just go about bringing someone that you know is not fit for that position, and you put that person based on the fact that you know favoritism and everything? Now, most things now is not done based on merit. It's no more done based on merit, but people you know. And that is why most people say that youths nowadays say school is scam, because
actually I will use the opportunity to applaud the ABSU for telling
federal government
things are not done this way. Just like the case of this young lady, I think in one of our university.
Yes, that's where we'll be getting taking our niche from, like the recent microbiology graduates 400 level that's crested. She inscribed on her shirt that aggressive malpractice brought her this far. Wow, it's something that, how would you boldly come out and write it on your shirt? that this particular thing, and we all know this is really bad.
But yeah, it is.
And people around, they didn't say anything about it.
Some person
their friends, yes.
Said that after all she's through with the system, what will the school come up with?
It's the school that now said they will have to go through her results to check everything if what she said has anything to do with it.
Some conditions, I think about 5 conditions.
Yes.
And at the end of it, my sister, it's part of the moral value we are talking about.
Exactly.
You can't just come out and let people know that is as in what brought you this far is aggressive
malpractice.
Because
before you can just open your as in, I don't just understand
how she just exposure that we are talking about. Like when we were in school, then the idea of after graduation you begin to inscribe anything on your dress. We never, it was not part of our system then.
Exactly.
When you graduate, it's just something you just thank your God, carry your book and go and say, thank God I'm a graduate. But these days, because people are trying to, social media stuff, they want to let people know that I'm a graduate. They begin to inscribe so many things on your shirts,
your polo, anything.
What you are not supposed to, as in, like some said, I pity those writing jam. You see things like that. Have soup, I'm free from your strike. So you begin to see different things, and you're trying to impress, or you want to pull traffic on social media.
And it's gradually becoming a norm. That people don't see anything wrong with it.
So for you to come out and say this, fine, we agree you wanted.
We are saying that they are future leaders of tomorrow, and the leaders we have today, they are still trying to fight corruption, and we are supporting or building corruption.
Nation. So breathing a corrupt nation.
It's really sad. Yes, it's really sad. And let's take another trending one that's happened of recent about the Obi Cubana's mother's burial. It's something that is trending because that was last week. He buried his mom, and you see lots of money rain in that party, in that burial. And you wonder, you see some ladies leaving their house to that particular place that
according to statistics, most transporters apply the
Anambra.
Eastern Road. It's called that the rate at which people were traveling to Anambra, young ladies, the rate at which they were traveling to Anambra was on the high side compared to every other
just because of the
eastern states.
Just because of the money rain and the cows.
Stroke non-invited. all trip to always to Anambra.
That is just it. And you see some celebrities saying that if you didn't see your girlfriend today, if you didn't see anybody today, just know that they're at Oba in Anambra State. And it's funny that people subscribe to this without even knowing that. And some people, they go there to form, to do this, and not knowing that this particular person, he worked for it.
Yeah, he did.
He worked for it. He's spending his money at his mother's burial. Yes, funeral, burial procession. And you see that most people, they now take these things to heart. I even saw a tweet of someone saying that this ceremony, this burial ceremony will actually make me to go and do what I don't want to do. And when that person eventually goes to do something else to get money, you see that people will start celebrating. People will start celebrating.
But the point is, you don't really know how these persons
get their wealth,
made their money. You are just there because you fed definitely all the celebrities, the big boys in town, all of them are there. So you felt, I need to be there. Especially the young ladies, I just want to be there. Maybe I'll get one big fish catch there. So I think that you find you might hook up with this big fish.
Yeah.
But come to think of it, is it moral?
Morally right.
For you to like take that trip or embark on that adventure?
People don't mind anymore these days, so they just feel that anything that works for this person will actually work for me. So So for the fact that this person goes to this celebration or whatever, if I go there, it's going to work for me. They don't really care. And still about this trend that is also happening, there you see that somebody is saying that all these, so we can still have people saying that they want to be hoodlums. They are seeing this person as their mentor. Still, how can you just open your mouth and say that this is your mentor? And about all this saga that is even happening, you see most people,
for the fact that the police held him hostage for over 24, for more than 48 hours, is against the constitution. Some persons came up that we know this guy, he's not a criminal, he's done this, he's not that. But the way you dress at times matters.
Matters a lot.
Because your dressing might also define the way
who you
are being addressed. And so this person's probably his outlook is something that is totally out of line or out of date.
It's the opposite of who
with his name alone, King of Madness. You just imagine somebody, a normal person.
You know, sometimes the people we take as our role model, it's like that guy in question now. He's always going to all these shows like that. He performs, and the people he takes as his role model are out there, abroad, and what they are doing there is not everything that they will accept here. So about that one now, for him to take those people, those artists as his own role model, he's dressing according to his profession or what he knows that will bring money to him. And at the end of the day, he's being nabbed. So that will, and for them to just arrest him like that without asking or doing what they are supposed to do, that place, I would say that is wrong, because you can't judge someone by the tattoo. And if you are saying that you are going to dress like this or so person, just know the area, just know where you are before you now start imitating what you know is not in line. So that's just part of the thing, that we copy people, we imitate the wrong thing and forget about what we are supposed to do.
Funny enough, we are living in a country where we always see things from the outside, from the
other perspective.
So, seeing the guy like that, you just feel that this guy is a criminal. The way we dress, the way we behave at times.
Funny enough, you see some people that are dressed decently, innocent, but those people, they are worse than the people that are dressed like that. So we'll not totally say that you judge someone with the way they are dressed.
But still, we always advise the youth out there to at least
calm down on
it and let things be done moderately. You might choose to dress the way you want, but while doing that, we should let things be done moderately.
And you know, these people, there are a set of people that they will just come out and say, let me do this, since this is what is trending. Because if you say that you want to become a singer, you want to become someone like this, and you are not dressed in line with that, but they won't see you as a serious person. And that's why they keep adopting things that they are not supposed to adopt. So it's high time we just come up and quit all these things and don't judge a book by its cover. So what last words do you have for people out there that always feel that all these moral values should just be left aside?
The truth is that as a moral value is part of Africa. We can't really do without being who we are.
Yes.
There are some things that we accept due to civilization or whatever, but there are some things we can't really accept because the way we think differs from the way the Westerners think. Because some persons might tell you that as an average white man see nothing wrong with a miniskirt.
Of course.
But a timid African might see something wrong with that skirt and go after it. Yes. So we should learn how to do things moderately. And that's just my take. Irrespective of what your field of specialization, what you are doing, or what anything you feel like doing. let things be done moderately.
Okay, viewers, you've heard it all from my brother here, Nosakari Sydney. He has said a lot about this issue. So we should endeavor to do things moderately. Don't overdo things. Don't imbibe culture that you know that will, at the end of the day, have a negative effect on you. And this is how we end up our show today on Dawn on VOS TV. Coming up next, we'll meet you again tomorrow with another edition of the show Dawn on VOS TV. And please do well to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for more of this. Thanks for making us a part of your day.
Bring your events to the world through our social media platforms. Weddings, saying farewell to loved ones, church activities, birthday parties. Hook up with us. VOS TV Party Moments. We can stream your events live as it is hot. We have professionals ready to meet your needs. Video coverage, editing, are here for you. Our red carpet will bring shine, glitz, glamour to your event. Contact us at number 82 First East Secular Road, Benin City, or call 080-2254-7837. Party Moments, VOS TV